Hey guys, it's Mrs. Millette. Today you're going to be learning military time. The lesson today is going to be a little different. It's not right out of the textbook. It's something though that you do need to know. And you may be asking yourself, why do I need to learn military time? And so the answer to that is in order to basically to decrease confusion. But more specifically, what you need to realize is that when we document in a patient's medical record or a chart, and we're recording this information, we may need to remember it's a legal document. So 10 years down the line, we may be sitting in a court of law, and we need to be able to back up our documentation and say what we have done. That's how important documentation is in healthcare. And so in order to decrease some confusion, if I would just write 9 a.m., it could be confusing. Or I'm sorry, just 9 o'clock. Was it 9 a.m.? 9 p.m. But if I use military time, I decrease the chance of there being any confusion about what time it actually occurred. And I write that in a chart, and then you'll know. So with military time, and what I would do if I were you is maybe try to follow along in the PDF. It's not the most ideal because it's not interactive like it would be live in class. But if you have any questions, give me an email, all right? But each hour gets assigned a 100. So when you start a brand new day, you're starting all over. You're at 0. So it's 0, 0, 0, 0 at the very start of the day. So 1 a.m. is 0, 100, 2 a.m., 0, 300, 4 a.m., 0, 400, and so forth. Now when we get up past noon, now remember noon is 12 p.m., but that is 1200 in military time. And after that, we're going to continue adding 100 for each hour. So 1 in the afternoon is 1300, 2 in the afternoon is 1400, 3 in the afternoon, 1500, and so forth. And that continues up until 11 o'clock in the evening, and that's 2300. Now, with military time, we do not put any colons in between our numbers. Like we don't write 09 colon 01 like we do with regular time. It all gets kind of smushed together. And as you can see on the power or the PDF file that you had that was uploaded, the minutes are the last two numbers. So 1 minute past 9 a.m. or 0901 a.m. is 0901. You don't write a.m., you don't write p.m., you don't put any colons in there. It's just 0901. So for 12:15 a.m., that's 15 minutes past the start of a new day. So remember, when we start all over, if the new date is 00 for the hour, the last two are the minutes, so 00:15. 03:35 a.m. or 3:35 a.m. is 03:35. And there's a couple other examples there for you that you can see. 5:53 a.m. is 05:53. And then on each side, you can see them compared to the AM times versus PM times. So you can see if we're charting in military time, the difference between 9:01 AM and PM would be very easily distinguished, because 0901 is a lot different than 2101 and so forth. So the next screen that you have there for you is a clock, and what it does, if we were live in class, I can change the time and let you guys practice that a little bit, but it won't let me turn the screen to be able to do that. But you can do that on your own. You could, say it's pointed at 3 o'clock right now. But you could practice, different times and telling yourself, okay, it's this in the morning and it's this time in the afternoon, and so forth, if you need a little bit of practice. The other thing, guys, is you need to learn how to read a clock like that. All right, it's called an analog clock. It is the clocks that you need to become familiar with. Some of you, it's been a long time since you've had to read one of those. You're used to the digital clocks that just point it up and pull it up for you. But you do need to have some practice with reading those types of clocks. So, and you're going to get some practice with that on your homework assignments. So now it says write the following times in military time. So what you need to do is pause the video and see if you can write the correct times. So I'm going to give you a second here. Go and pause it. All right, guys, you should now, if you're unpaused and you come back, the answers that you should have gotten for that are 0245, 1616 for 8:13 a.m. 0813, for 1:20 p.m. 1320, for 11:30 p.m. 2330, and for 10:03 a.m. 1003. One thing that I do want to note in addition to what's listed there is that there's no 2400 at 23:59, which would be 11:59 p.m. It flips over to 12 a.m., which is 0000. So you should never write 2400. It's always 0000. So you do have some homework sheets that you're going to be practicing today for homework and tomorrow night for homework to give you some practice with this. You will then, if everybody's if I feel like everyone's kind of getting it, we will take a quiz on this. So make sure you understand it, and if you don't, please see me. It's really important that you kind of grasp this because it is something that we're going to use in the next chapter. It's something that we're going to be using throughout, working. It's something that you're going to have to use if you want to go into healthcare anyway. So make sure you familiarize yourself with it. All right, guys, that's it for now. Make sure you check out the military time homework sheet, and that should be it. I'll talk to you later. Bye.